Welcome to Hip Hop Gems TV. Today, man, I'm sitting with a very, very special guest. Yet another gem, as I always say. Ohio's in the building, man. I don't even know where to start with you, man. Got an entrepreneur, artist, thinker, writer, amazing individual here. My guy, Brandon Isaac, is in the building by way of Ohio.
Man, appreciate you for having me, bro.
I appreciate you, man, and your contribution to everything you're doing for this scene, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Let's start, man. Let's get into some early introductions for you, man.
Okay.
How was hip hop? What does hip hop mean to you? How did you get your start into hip hop?
Man, well, hip hop to me is like a religion. It's like a way of life. I would consider I am hip hop. You know what I mean? To how I think, to how I dress, just community building. You know, everything represents like it's hip hop for me. I think my stepfather introduced me to hip hop. You know, I think my first joint was AZ Rather Unique.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's my joint.
Yeah, that busted my head. He
Yeah.
played that, and I was just like, yo, that's crazy. And, you know, I started when I was about 9, man, just writing. It was just mainly just poetry, and I didn't take it seriously. You know, I was always a class clown. My best friend, Jazz, she know I was always a silly dude, you know what I mean? So, you know, I got into stand-up early, you know, and then that didn't really work out, you know. So I noticed that, you know, when you writing comedy and you writing these jokes, it's similar to how you would write poetry or write rhymes.
Really?
It's a similar science, yeah. So like I just started, you know, it just turned into what it turned into, man. And I would say that the biggest influence into music was my best friend, rest in peace to my friend Raheem. You know, we would just freestyle and just kind of fuck around. And, you know, he was like, bro, I know you like comedy. I know you, but you can rap, bro. Like, just take it seriously. And, you know, and I promised him I would make a project. And when he passed, I made one, and it turned into 2, turned into 3. You know,
Wow.
So yeah, man, yeah.
Rest in peace, Raheem.
Yeah, rest in
man.
peace to Rob, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he saw it, bro. He
Yeah,
saw it in you, bro.
man, for sure, man.
I didn't know you was a comedian, man. That's so dope.
At one point, yeah, man, I, you know, still am to a certain extent.
Okay.
I still, like, in between, like, if I'm doing a set, depending on who my crowd is, like, you know, in between songs, I'll
out of here.
I'll throw a couple joints out. Yeah, man, that's where I started, you know.
That's fire, man.
Yeah, man, just, that's where I started. I started in stand-up, yeah.
How was that? Like, because a lot of people who do it, you hear different stories of like how they, you know, they either got booed off stage.
Yeah,
or,
man.
You know,
definitely all that. I mean, I went through all that, you know, getting booed and, you know, tough crowds. And, you know, it was cool, man. You know, it's just, you know, you got to make people laugh who just got off work and, you know, they frustrated, man. And they got all type of shit going on. I think that, you know, helped me understand empathy in my writing. You know what I mean? So that helped me when it came to hip hop music be more vulnerable and open, because you have to be that in comedy, or like you're not gonna have that connection, you know. So yeah, just that openness and that just being open in general. I think that's what comedy does for writers, you know. It's almost like a psychic ability in a way.
It seems as though. It definitely seems as though. Wow, man.
Yeah, man.
You spoke about vulnerability, man. You hear it in your music.
Yeah,
a lot of the stuff that a lot of your posts, even on IG, you've been vulnerable enough to let strangers who follow you into your mind.
Yeah.
Tell us about that in terms of just being a black man in this space and being vulnerable, and how, what does that look like for you?
I think it's necessary. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, growing up, you know how it is, you know, man, be tough. You can't cry. You know what I mean? You know how it is, you know, with the moms and pops that we had. You know, man, I just feel like, you know, vulnerability is power. You know what I mean? You could diffuse a situation with vulnerability. Now, I remember I'm no tough guy by any means, man. So I was walking out, you know, one day with a friend of mine, and I bumped into some dude, teardrops on his face, you know, looked like he about that action, you know what I mean? And I was just like, my bad, bro. No, I ain't mean to bump into you, man. You know, just come in a peaceful way. He was like, nah, bro, I'm in your way. You know what I mean? It was just a moment where we connected, you know? So, you know, just if you ain't coming at people like that and you just being open and vulnerable and peaceful, man, like it gets you a long way, and it just opens doors, man, to just conversations that you didn't know that could be led to. I mean, and I think I got a lot from it from my father, man, just being vulnerable with him and seeing what that unlocked in our relationship. So I'm like, yo, if I can apply this to just my art, if I can apply this to just, you know, how I speak in the world, man, if I can unlock a door here with my father, which I thought was something that was impossible, then I can unlock, you know, anything, you know. So I figured if I'm showing up as my authentic self, you know, I mean, that's the highest form of spirituality, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Incredible, man.
Yeah, man.
A lot of us is definitely still trying to find what that looks like for, you know, trying to identify that space.
Yeah.
You know,
It's more black men, we need that, man.
It's black men, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough, man.
Yeah,
you know, it's tough. I would say, like, now for me, I'm just getting there.
Yeah.
You know, I think I've always been I'm a pretty sensitive guy, so it's been there.
Yeah.
But now I think being married, having children is a whole different kind of approach I have now. So now I can't even like afford to even not be vulnerable.
Yeah,
you
man.
understand what I'm saying?
And I'm seeing it right here with your son. Just like, it's just dope that, you know, I don't know what you got going on, but you know, I don't want to assume, but it just seems like that you're part of the development process.
I am.
Yeah.
So,
not just
man.
raising them.
absolutely.
Helping him develop.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So, you know, I'll speak on that, man. Now that's my stepson. So
Okay,
I met him when he was 6.
Okay.
So he's 14 now.
Okay.
So like being in his life was like, he was my first kid. I have another, he has a brother. I got a baby who's 3.
Okay.
But he was like my biggest test. You know, I met his mom when I was about, I was like 26 when I met his mom. She was already polished, you know what I mean? Got the kid, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't there yet, yo.
Yeah.
I was not there yet at all. Like, you know, my viewpoint on just fatherhood was just one of those, like, let me just give him what he need and I'll keep him quiet or I'll keep him out the way.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about, I mean, my mother and father are still together to this day.
Yeah.
But actually being a father, I knew nothing about. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I just knew I had to roll with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
what has the I gotta be the interview person. I gotta ask you,
ahead, man.
what has that unlocked in you? Like, what has that opened up for you, man?
Oh man, so much.
Yeah.
I would definitely start with being empathetic. I was always, like I said again, you know, empathy is something that I have, but it's like now between him and his brother, there's a whole different approach now. So it opened up that door. It also opened up a door where, like, being a father, you still kind of want to. I still have this macho thing in me.
Yeah,
So I can't be like that all the time.
Yeah.
You know, my kids may want to play. You know, like he want to do certain things, and I'm like, I don't want to do this shit, but I gotta do it.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it opened up doors of I want to say uncomfortableness, and now I went from being uncomfortable to now being comfortable.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, that's dope.
So
That's
you know,
dope.
him entering my life was I think it was something that I think at the time I didn't know, you know, how much I needed that, but you know, I needed that.
That's beautiful, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
Appreciate you,
Yeah,
man.
man, for sure. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You know, King, you get them pictures right, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's just something that I've been noticing with you and how you've been carrying yourself, even like with these kids that you you know, you're now entering that world. How has that been for you, man?
It's been healing my inner child. You know, it's like, you know, one of my favorite movies, man, Antoine Fisher, when he was like, you know, who gonna cry for the little boy inside me? You know, we all still carry that little boy, you know what I mean? And we all, it's like working with kids, it's like working with a bunch of pieces of like a broken mirror, and you like just putting yourself back together in a way. And you just like looking at yourself, and I'm not trying to use kids to heal, like, you know what I mean? But it's definitely like, you know, been a part of my healing process. It's been helping me heal internally, and then just, you know, I know what it's like for my voice not to be nurtured, you know what I mean? So if I can, you know, it's a gift that I found my voice, you know what I mean? I can hear myself. So if I can help somebody else get that early, you know what I mean? That way they can be like the future, you know, voices of our generation and help tell stories, whether it's be a politician, whatever you gonna do, you know, if I can help you develop that early, man, then, man, we can break a lot of generational curses.
Generational curses.
Yeah, man, for sure.
And generational trauma.
Yeah,
that a lot of us is carrying on.
Yeah, man.
You know, that too, man. I would say that as well, man. Back to the question you asked me.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be the father that, I want to be better than my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to say my dad was terrible, because my pops is definitely goated, but
Yeah.
you know, he always told me that as a youngin', like, nah, man, be better than me. You know
Facts,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah,
I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like, yo, I want to be just like you. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm older, I see what he was talking about, man.
Of course, man. Sometimes they download us with stuff early on, and we get us like, oh man, that's what he was talking about. Yeah,
man. Because I'm going through that now.
Of course,
you know
of course. Me too.
Absolutely.
Me too, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So you got the podcast too, man.
Yeah, man.
How has that been? First, don't tell people the name.
It's called The Village. It's a podcast called The Village.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about the village. You know, just about, you know, sometimes it's about artists. Sometimes it's about who wearing what. You know, The Village is just about just people in the community, man. Just doing stuff in our community, man. I'm just interviewing everyday people, man. And you know, I got like the barista from the coffee shop I go to. She's supposed to be coming on soon. You know,
That's
just
dope.
talking to everyday people, man, and just hearing their stories, man, and
I'm
just
tapping in, man.
Yeah, man.
I
So,
like that.
Yeah, getting that going, man. I do that with the nonprofit I work with, man.
Oh, that's fire, bro.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
for sure.
I like that, because that'll give me a chance to kind of get acclimated to, you know, what goes on to the mind of people that's living in Ohio.
Yeah, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Where it's not as fast paced, where we not on the go,
Yeah,
having to
yeah.
get it every single day.
Yo, I tell you what, my first time on a subway in New York was a couple years ago, man. My ex lived up here. Well, she's from here. Man, I had an anxiety attack on that subway.
Yeah,
so
man.
many people, bro. I panicked, bro. I was
It's a
like,
lot.
yo, this is too much. Like, I can't do this.
It's
bro.
a lot. New York
It's a
City is it's a lot. It's really true, bro. Like if you know, it will swallow you up.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, for sure.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I can see
will.
that.
Yeah, it for sure will.
I can see
and
that.
you know what it is too? There's a lot of anxiety, and that, you know, even just like people I know in my personal life.
Yeah.
You know, there's always the need for trying to, I gotta get it, son. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. You know, that's the motto.
Yeah.
You know, and if we, in our case, for some of us, it's hard to slow down, because it's like, if we not doing it, somebody else is doing it. That's what we thinking of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I struggle with that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty sure my nigga Joe struggles with that. And that's just, it's just what it is for us. It's like been ingrained.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
But you really just get thrown into it, man.
I hear that,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
I
It's
hear
like,
that, man.
if we not working, what we doing?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully y'all brothers, man, find a space to recharge, man. Get out in some nature or something, man.
Nature. Shit. What's our definition of nature?
Hugging a tree.
Hugging a tree, yeah, because I'm like, yo, y'all ain't got like I don't see a lot of parks around. Like
Central Park.
Central Park, okay.
Central Park,
Yeah.
Prospect Park in Brooklyn.
Okay.
But Central Park is definitely like the biggest. You know, that shit starts from like 59th Street to 110th in
That's
Harlem.
crazy.
That's like 60 fucking blocks.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's the biggest park in the city.
Yeah,
you know
man,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure, man.
But yeah, man, I like to like put it as just touching earth, man. You know,
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe, because Joe he always kind of like, he always lets me know about the journey.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even know how much that means to me. Just not even just in this space, but even just like with being of dad, with being Tyrese. That's my name. So just with being Ty, like there's that whole, be patient, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
The
heard
journey.
that.
This is what this shit is about.
Totally agree, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yo, man, musically,
Yeah, man.
you dropped a classic a year ago.
Yeah.
A year ago.
About a year
believe,
ago
right?
now. Yeah.
When I first heard it, I probably listened to it 3 times back to back.
Wow, bro.
And I was just like, who I hit up? I hit up somebody. I forgot who I hit up. And I was like, yo, fuck with this dude right here. Like right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
Fuck with him. And they listened to it and they the same thing.
Yeah.
They had the same views, bro.
Yeah.
Talk about your writing process, man, and just that whole project, and like, what does that project mean to you? Because you were definitely talking some shit on there.
Yeah, man. Number one, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you labbing it out, man, and taking the time to listen. You know, I want to make sure I follow all your questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so writing process. Man, I'm all about the feeling. You know what I mean? So whatever I feel, I write down. I jot down a lot of notes. If me and her have a conversation and I get a feeling from it, then just putting that thought down. If I see a painting at a museum, I'm writing the feeling down. And I'm just always jotting down the feeling. And, you know, whether it's a quote from a book, whatever triggers me. And then if I hear a beat or something that matches with that emotion, then that goes into the song, and that's how it's created. And also, I just like to write. I'm a writer, so I journal a lot. I deal with the concept, so if I got a concept, I'll write the story out first, and I just write the journal out, and I'll take from what I just wrote, and that turns into a song. Far as that project goes, man, that's my baby right there. I had, you know, I spent my savings on it. You know, I was in a time. I'm definitely in a different space now, but I call it evolution of existence, love, and power, because I was just evolving, you know, as a person, as a man, as a human being, and I was battling internally with love and power, you know, just wanting to show up and wanting that romance, wanting that love, and wanting to be in a connection, but I'm not in a space to maybe provide financially or, you know, whatever. And then power, you know, I want to be a dope MC. I want to assert myself. I want to assert my dominance, but I'm not that type of person either. I'm more laid back. I'm more reserved. So, you know, I just was trying to get that out, you know, just that conflict that I was going through, man. And I ended up making that and just linked up with some incredible, you know, producers, man. Groovy J, Spaced, JB, Free Mind. You know, we made some great music, man. You know what I mean? Man. Yeah, man.
It was definitely a project that resonated with me with a lot. You know, I think that you were letting us into your world, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was relatable.
Yeah.
It was very, very much relatable.
Yeah.
What else you got cooking up? Will we see more? Will we hear more music this year?
Yes. That was actually the second. I actually released an EP called Evolution of Existence. That was a small EP, which people liked how the atmosphere of that was. They was like, yo, like we want more. So so I brought up that one. That was the second part of it. I'm actually working on the last, you know, the trilogy, the finale. It's called Another Level of Existence.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm working on that right now, putting the pieces together. You know, it's definitely different from that one, you know. But it's from what I feel from it, it should be special, man.
Nice, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm working on that right now, man, and we'll see. I'm writing it right now, just being here with you, man, and, you know, getting the inspiration from it, being with my best friend this weekend and kicking it with her, and we talking and just building, man. We've been knowing each other since the 6th grade, so I'm pretty sure she may pop up in it. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the best friend.
Yeah, shout out to my best friend, Jazz, man.
Jazz, shout out to you,
Yeah,
Jazz.
man, we've been friends since the 6th grade, man. That's my dog, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Nah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Because the friendships like that is hard to come by.
Yeah, man, for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
That's amazing, bro. And then you got somebody who supports you.
Yes, man. She
know
does.
what I mean?
Always has, man.
That's fire, bro.
You know, she called me stubborn. We go at it like, you stubborn. Like, you know, I am. You know what I mean? Because I'm an artist, man.
Absolutely.
You know?
I was about to say.
You know what I mean?
They say artists are sensitive about their shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
So,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what's up, man. You got somebody who is you know, who believes in the vision, who supports
Of course,
you.
man. Of
You
course.
know, ain't nothing like that. Shout out to you, Joe.
Yeah.
Because you know, you believe in the vision. My
Yeah.
brother. Not only just that, but you've been a great friend to me, man, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah,
lot
shout out
more
to
than I
Joe,
can say
man.
for the rest of you niggas.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
That's what's up, man. Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm so glad you are doing you're doing amazing work.
Yeah, man. Appreciate
And you
that,
are
man.
putting your art out there and letting us know just who Brandon Isaac is.
Yeah, man, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah, man.
I gotta ask you now, being that you're a writer,
Yeah.
how do you deal with writer's block, and have you ever had to experience that?
You know, I wouldn't even, you know, Rakim kind of talked about that. Like, I wouldn't even consider writer's block. I just haven't been, if I don't have anything to put down on the paper, I haven't been living, you know? So if it's a block, then I'm like, all right, I need to go get out the city. I need to go get by a lake. I need to go travel to a different city. I need to go have a conversation with somebody else. And, you know, you may say something today that sparks something. You know what I mean? I gotta live. I forget who the poet is, but it was a poet. She just talks about that, you know, if you want to be a better writer, you have to live a life that, you know, where writing emerges from it. You know what I mean? You have to go out and live. You know, you can't, if you're in this box, it's only so much. You're going to like, all right, yo, that corner dope, da, 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 da. Like, it's a crease in here. It's only so much you could say about the box. Eventually, you know, you got to go live, man. You got to go shake some hands. You got to go connect with people. And, you know, and yeah, I would say that's what helps me get over writer's block. You know, I would just say that it's just time to put the pen down and go out and live, man. I ain't been living enough.
That's fire, bro. Damn, man, you make me definitely. I feel like I ain't even living the way I need to be living.
Yeah,
I need to go sit by a goddamn lake.
Yeah.
But you know something? I like to do that though, bro.
Yeah.
If it's not a lake, because we got lakes, but like really more parks. Everything is so goddamn flat here and shit like that. So when I do get time to sit by myself, I like to sit in the park. Sometimes I walk the Brooklyn Bridge randomly.
Yeah. Oh man, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, man. Like I definitely. Not to get into this zodiac shit, but I'm a Pisces, so I really like to have my like alone time when I can.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I like to just space out.
I'm a Scorpio. I fuck with Pisces, man.
Oh man. Would you look at that?
Yeah. I'm a water sign too. I understand. The water is everything to us, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just kind of just really channeling it and like circling back and like, all right, man, let's restart this shit here.
Yeah. You gotta recharge.
You gotta
man.
recharge.
Gotta recharge
bro.
those batteries, man. You know, I can only imagine in a place like this, man. Yeah.
Again, it is like non-stop chaotic, bro. We talking about, you know, not to even get off topic here, but like, if you really think about the dynamic of this shit, man, like some of us, you know, if you live in Queens, you 9 times out of 10, like your parents are homeowners or, you know, you renting a home from somebody or you renting whatever. So it's a little different.
Okay.
But like if you live in the city, like you live in Harlem, if you live in the Bronx, certain parts of Brooklyn, you know, even certain parts of Queens, we talking about buildings like you living with like 50 other people.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's a lot.
If you really think about
energy,
that shit,
bro.
It's a lot of energy.
A lot of energy, man.
And I don't think any of us really I don't even think we process that because we gotta get up for work.
Yeah,
rent $1,500, rent $1,700, rent $1,800. We gotta get up. Anybody got time for that shit?
Yeah,
Anybody got time to be processing Alex upstairs who keep flooding my bathroom? You know what I mean? Like we ain't got time for that shit. You know what I mean? We would like to. You know what I'm saying? But it's like. I gotta go out. I gotta keep the lights on in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that is like really like the mind of that. You know, it's not healthy.
Yeah, for sure. I bet, man.
It's not healthy.
Yeah.
But we gotta get it, bro.
Yeah, for sure. If you're in a place like Cincinnati, you definitely have time to process what is going on. Because it's not a lot going on. It's just, you know, you have a lot of time to sit with yourself.
Yeah, see,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It is so different.
But I admire y'all, man. I respect what y'all do, man, for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Man, for sure, man.
Damn, and we appreciate that.
Yeah,
I think I
sure.
speak for all New Yorkers.
Yeah,
we
for sure.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know. Brandon, man, I thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you, man. I'm honored, man. You have no idea, man. I'm grateful just to be present, man, and just to have this moment, man. You know what I mean? To be able to share my art on this platform and like what you've been doing for a minute, man, truly inspires me, man. And you know, it inspired me to want to kind of do more on my podcast, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure.
I really appreciate that.
Real
man.
talk, bro. For real, man. I love what you're doing up here. I was like, yo, you know, I got to get to New York. You know what I mean? I gotta go see my guy, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I love what you're doing, bro.
Brandon drove from DC to New York, who's originally from Ohio. He drove from DC here to check in with us.
Yeah, man.
That is fire.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
humbled by that, man.
For sure, man.
You know, everyone who you met today was from different places.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? And I think this is the first year. It's the first time.
Yeah.
Everybody here, everybody who came on the shows, they from the town. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody from within the 5 boroughs.
That's dope, man.
You know, but today was it was special.
Yeah,
and
man,
and I thank you, man, for the drive and just the wisdom that you provided here, these gems you provided. Before I let you get out of here, you gotta give us a gem, bro.
Oh man. Go within and be present. You know, that's my gem, is just be present, man, and just, you know, it's just gratitude's been getting me a long way lately, man. Just trying to be thankful, man. And I get frustrated all the time, like, oh man, I'm this, I should be here, I should be there, you know. But I'm really just trying to practice gratitude, man. It opens up doors internally, and it's been helping me out a lot. Just being thankful, man. And that's why I want to just give you your flowers here.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man, for sure, man.
Your video's been helping me, believe it or not.
Oh, wow,
so when
man.
you drop and you know when you talking and you touching on topics that I'm either building, you know, in my home or things I'm talking about, you know, whatever. You and your videos, man, and your music has been really, really inspiring. So I thank you,
man.
My brother.
Appreciate that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
HHGTV.
Yeah.
Ohio's in the building, Brandon's in the building, Jazz is in the building, King is in the building, Joe is in the building, Queens is in the building. Like, subscribe, all that good shit, man.
Fire, man.
You know, this is what we do here. The Voice. Brandon, appreciate you, my guy.
What you watching? Hip Hop Gens TV?